Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Olu. I'm a Nigerian living in Moncton New Brunswick, Canada. And on this channel, I tell you what it means to be an immigrant living in Moncton New Brunswick. If you are new to this channel, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate your presence. Please don't forget to subscribe. And if you are a returning subscriber, you are the family. Thank you so much for coming back and joining me. I appreciate your presence as well. In this video today, I'll be talking about cost of living in Moncton New Brunswick, Canada. The first cost we'll be looking at today is accommodation. Accommodation is typically the most expensive item on your budget for a month. So if a single person is renting an apartment, typically it goes between $800 to $1,000. If as a family, if you are renting 2-bedroom apartment in Moncton, it typically goes between $1,000 and $1,500 in a month. That's $1,500 in a month. Lease agreement is required when renting an apartment, so they might probably tell you to sign a 1-year lease or month-to-month lease, and at the same time an extra 1 month rent is collected in the beginning of your lease. So let's say I'm moving into an apartment in January. I'm paying for January rent and I'm paying an additional 1 month deposit. They call it deposit or caution fee or anything like that. That means typically in your first month you might pay double fees or double rent. And sometimes I know a lot of single people that they take shared apartment. What that means is they might probably rent a 2-bedroom flat, a 2-bedroom apartment or condo, and just share it. So one person take one room and the other person take another room. Typically it is cheaper because not only is the rent cheaper, you are sharing the cost of the utilities as well. So let's say electricity, you are sharing the cost, internet, you are sharing the cost. So give or take, as a single person, it is cheaper. The next cost we'll be reviewing is the utilities. There are different aspects to the utilities, and I will be reviewing both for single person and a family of 4 as well. The first utility we'll be talking about is rental insurance. And typically it goes for about $40 in a month. So even if you are renting like a single room or a 2-bedroom apartment, you will typically pay $40 in a month. The next cost or the next utility we'll talk about is electricity. Electricity is expensive in Moncton. Sometimes it is cheap, especially during summer, but in winter it is quite expensive because that is our own source of heating. We use the electricity for our heating here in Moncton. So for a single bedroom apartment or a single person living, you might spend between $50 in summer for electricity and as much as $150 in winter for electricity. That's for a single person. For a family, you can spend as much as low as $120 in a month in a 2-bedroom apartment and as much as $300 in winter. So let's say typically averaging from $120 to $300 for a 2-bedroom apartment. The next field we'll talk about is water. In Moncton, typically you don't pay for water when you rent maybe a basement or you rent an apartment, even some semi-detached, you don't pay for water. It is factored into your rent. However, sometimes, especially if you rent semi-detached, you may be requested to pay for your water bill, and it goes about $70, between $70 and $80 in a month. That's for water. The next expense is home internet. Home internet, sometimes it comes with cable. So when you have internet, that means you have unlimited internet services as well as cable TV. Or if you don't want cable, you can remove that and you just pay for internet, and maybe you watch your YouTube or you watch Netflix. You don't need cable. For home internet, the cost is typically between $50 to $90. And for home internet as well, sometimes it comes with home phone. So for example, if you have kids at home and you want to have a phone in the house, you might probably buy like a bundle that comes with home internet plus phone, and those at most maybe $100. So for internet, I'll say between $50 for like a single person to $90 or $100 if you are including additional services like cable or home phone. The next utility is your cell phone. Cell phone cost is typically cheap, especially if you have your own personal phone. So if you have like a smartphone that you're bringing from your own country, or you already have a smartphone that you're using here, you can just buy the service, so you will not be paying for the phone. In that case, it's maybe give or take, you might be paying $40 or $50. If you do not want internet, some people don't have internet on their phone. Somebody like my husband, yes, he doesn't have internet on his phone. He's just paying for, you know, unlimited talk time. He's paying about $25 in a month. And why he doesn't have internet on his phone is everywhere you go, you have access to like public Wi-Fi. So if you're at home, you can hook his phone up on the home internet. Even the office, he uses the office internet. And typically, everywhere you go, you have like public Wi-Fi. Moving on, we talk about transportation. And in Moncton, we have the busing system or transit system, which is operated by Cardiac Transport. I'll put a link to their website down below if you need information, you know, just to review the fares and all of that. And with Cardiac Transport, there's busing system almost everywhere. Everywhere you go to, you can access the bus almost everywhere that you go to. And for the fees, there are different categories. So there's a different fee for student, there's a different fee for adults, there's a different fee for seniors. There are different fees, and if you have kids that are 5 years and below, it is free for them. For this video, I'll be focusing on the adults. Adult pay $67 in a month, and that is for unlimited rides. So when you buy it once in a month, you can use it as many times as you want. It is $67 in a month. However, we have like the 10 ride fee or the 24 ride fee. So for example, let's say maybe you feel that, oh, in a month I might probably not get on the bus more than 24 times. You may want to buy that type of ticket. I'll put a link below where you can check that as well. So that's for the busing system. We also have the taxi. Here in Moncton, taxi, they start with flat rate. So they take $4 flat rate, then $1.62 per subsequent kilometer. Another means of transportation that you may want to consider, especially if you have a family, is maybe buying your own car. With buying your own car comes other expenses. So you might probably want to pay for gas, you might probably want to pay for car maintenance, you'll pay for insurance. For gas, in a month, Moncton is really small. You may not spend more than $50 for gas in a month. For insurance depends on different aspects, you know, and it is different per individual. So many things come to play when you are deciding the cost of insurance, your car insurance. But averaging, I can say that you may pay between $120 and $150 in insurance. If you are a new immigrant and you do not have New Brunswick's license, driver's license, the risk to the insurance company is high, and that means you're going to pay more for the value. So if you are using your international driver's license to maybe buy a car and get insurance, you may be paying as much as $360 in a month. However, you know, for the course of this video, we will assume that everybody has, you know, their New Brunswick driver's license, and yeah, you'll be paying between $120 and $150 depending on your premium, depending on, you know, all these other factors that I've put into play. The next cost we will be looking at is food, groceries, eating out, all those ones. I'm combining all those ones into one. So for food, international food are expensive here. They're a little bit expensive, but the good thing is we have the big grocery stores that now carry international food. So if you go to like Walmart, Superstore, Sobeys, you might probably find, you know, international food aisle. If you are a family of 4, maybe 2 parents, 2 kids, you will be spending about $500 for food and groceries in a month. A single person will spend $200, but if you want to buy international food, you may spend up to $300. The next cost I'll talk about is miscellaneous. So maybe that could be your Netflix or over-the-counter medicine or donations, or maybe you buy coffee every day. Those are your miscellaneous. For a single person, give or take $50 in a month. That pretty much cover, you know, every other additional thing that you buy. For a family of 4, you may want to keep aside $200 for miscellaneous. Basically, I've covered all the major budget for a single person. The last budget I'll talk about is childcare. So for childcare is expensive everywhere in Canada, but the good thing is in Moncton, in New Brunswick, it is cheaper compared to other provinces. I came from Alberta, and I can tell you childcare is cheaper here compared to what I was paying back in Alberta. For childcare, you might probably want to think between $600 to $800 for a child in a month. So if you have like 2 kids that are going to maybe daycare or after school, you may want to factor in between $1,200 to $1,600 in a month. Let us take a look into the total cost of living in Moncton. This chart that I've made, I have the expenses, I have the minimum as a single person, then the maximum that you pay as a single person, then I have the minimum for a family of 4 and the maximum for a family of 4. Keeping in mind there are some things that may not be applicable. So for example, if you look at the transportation column, for a single person, if you have a car, you will be spending $50 just gas. But if you don't have a car and you are paying for the bus tickets, you will be spending $67. Same thing for a family of 4. I'm just considering $50 if you have a car. However, if you don't have a car, for transportation, 2 adults, you'll be paying $134 for the bus ticket, and I'm assuming your kids are less than 5, so you won't have to buy ticket for them as well. So the total cost of a single person living in Moncton, the minimum is $1,390, and it can go as much as $1,897. For a family of 4, husband and wife, and 2 kids, you may spend $3,175 in a month, and as much as $4,654 in a month. So that being said, is this affordable? Is this the lowest cost of living in Canada? Can you survive with a minimum job, you know, with these expenses? What I'll say is, I'll say yes. So minimum wage earning in Moncton, I think, is about $11 to $12. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I'll put the exact figure right down in this video. So let's say it's $12. Typically people earn about $14 to $18 for entry-level jobs. So if you're working like the contact center, you may probably be earning maybe $16, $17, $15, $18, maybe for a start. And if you work for 40 hours per week, you know, you can do the calculation. I'll put the calculation up here. So even as a single person, you can still survive. You can survive on, you know, a minimum paying job or a survivor job or entry-level jobs. So that's it, guys. I think you find this video very helpful and informative. Please let me know in the comment section, what is the average cost that you spend on all these things that I've treated below in the city that you are in. And if you have any question, maybe further question on any of these items that I've listed below, please don't forget to put it in the comment section. Let's get the interaction going. Thank you so much for watching till this time in this video. I really appreciate your presence here, and until we see next time, thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, and join the family. Thank you so much. Take care. Stay safe. Bye.